if I pick graphic tee, that's all
I'll
of
win.
them.
I'll
That's
win.
everything.
I was thinking that like the accessory would be like a cape or a cloak, but I guess
You
I'll
didn't
let
say
it
that,
slide.
did you?
Actually, I'm gonna overrule it. You guys can't pick capes or cloaks. There you go. How about
Wait
that?
a second.
How about a
that's not
cowl?
fair.
What's up, nerds? How's everyone doing this week? Peelers,
Yeah.
co-hosts alike. How are we all?
I'm doing
If you're
great.
in your car, just let us know how you're doing right now. Just go ahead and say it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
Yay.
I'm glad to hear that. Glad to
Wow.
hear
Oh,
that.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man.
That's
So I am. Welcome to the Weekly Peel. I'm John
I am Peter.
And I'm Chev.
Chevrolet.
Yay.
How are you?
I'm good.
And Peter, you said you were good. I was kind of riffing a little bit over what you said.
I'm great today. I think we should start out every podcast just specifically asking how Chevrolet is.
Chevrolet, how are you?
Yay.
That's our new catchphrase.
It's always a great
Yay.
jump start to the conversation, you know.
Yeah, you're such a man of mystery, so that's why I just need to.
It's true.
I just need to find out. Your life changes from week to week, Chevrolet.
It does.
There are many things we may never know about the life of John L. Chevrolet.
Wait, hold on. Real question. Is it actually L?
It's Louise.
Is that your middle name?
It's not
Louise.
It's not.
It's Louis or Luis.
Lois, like Lois Lane.
Yep.
Wait, what's your middle name?
Lewis.
Lewis?
Yeah.
I don't believe.
I like
I'm just
Louise.
kidding.
Okay. Peter.
Yeah.
This is not about you,
We're
man.
No, I think Peter's right. We're gonna go with Louise from now on. Oh. Well, everyone, welcome in. If you were here last week, then thanks for coming back. If you weren't, you should go back and listen to it. But we did a little poll. Let's just jump right into it. I crushed it.
Let's not mince words here. It's over, gentlemen.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Peter, do you still have the numbers pulled up, or was that just me? I gotta go find them.
I do have them pulled
Okay.
up. So, in terms of votes,
And this was for the Disney starter packs.
Chevrolet 8 votes. Second place Peter. Oh, sorry, I started. We're gonna start from the bottom. Chevrolet with 8 votes. Peter with 10 votes and Maz with 15 votes.
Let's go.
I'm honestly
Not the-
surprised that anybody voted for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had very
was a
niche
little
picks.
shocked. I have to let you know, Peter. I actually went
Say it.
after hearing your thing. I tried to find Fillmore. It wasn't on Disney Plus.
No.
But then I was like, you know what is on Disney Plus? Gravity Falls.
Right.
And it is so good. I was
Yes,
like,
come on.
I love it. I love it so much. It's very funny. It's very enjoyable. I'm an adult and I like it. I was like, this is good.
I need some closure on something that was brought up last time. You guys said when I chose Gravity Falls, you said you both said that's a real Pete pick. What does that mean?
It means
I need to know.
when I think of Peter, I think, oh wow, Gravity Falls.
It's just everything. In every context. It's like, oh yeah, Peter, his podcast, what is it about? Gravity Falls. Peter's calling me. I bet this is about Gravity Falls. I just got a text from Peter. I bet it's about Gravity Falls. No. I think it's because you talked so much about it when we were in was it high school?
Really?
Is that yeah.
Yeah, you did talk
Always
about it.
like, dude, it's such a good show. Oh,
Probably did.
I'm surprised you didn't come over to my house, like coax us into watching it, and then sitting on our floor going, oh, at every cool moment. Because that's like,
Shut up.
You would always.
I hate that because that's so true. That's exactly what I do.
But you know what? I'm there with you. Usually when you show me something, it's always good.
Oh,
except for one
thanks,
foreign
John.
film.
Foreign film. Jason
you showed me
Bourne.
a foreign film.
Oh,
yeah.
we love Jason
Oh,
Bourne.
wait a minute. Yeah, Jason Bourne, and then there was a foreign film one time that you showed me actually at our youth pastor's house.
Oh
You brought
yeah.
it over.
That was not. I
and
really don't know what I was thinking there. That was not
it was
not the atmosphere. Pete didn't know how to read a room at the time.
It was no
At the
good.
time.
Well, now I know. Closure.
So, gentlemen, yeah, you're welcome. What are we talking about? Does
Louis?
anyone know? I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Louis?
I think
Louise.
I believe we're talking about nerd starter packs.
We are.
The nerd candy.
Nerd.
And-
That's why I said welcome, nerds. The candy.
Nice.
The candy. Yeah, we're gonna be
The
dropping
pink
candies
ones, not the
today.
purple ones.
Dude, okay. Do they taste different?
Not
Yeah.
really. Not
They-
too
they-
much.
There's
They-
definitely.
okay.
Well, it depends how you eat them. If you pour them
It's
all
all
into your
sugar.
mouth in one.
It's all
if you take
sugar.
it- If you take them like a shot, like I would, like all
Yeah,
at once.
Yeah. It doesn't. You don't
Then
even crunch it. It just goes straight down your
Straight
throat.
down.
I get it. Dude,
get all the
that's
flavor.
like kids. That's kids shots. That's what they do. You know?
Seriously,
They
those
just-
little boxes, man.
Yep.
Big-
They were made for it.
Big candy is like pulling the wool over
Big
our children's
candy.
eyes.
They're preparing them for the dangers of alcohol.
I know.
It's terrible.
Don't trust
They're
big
breed-
candy.
Don't trust big candy. It's terrible.
They're the worst.
No, but we're not talking about candy. We're talking about nerds, geeks. Well, not geeks, but nerds. You know, those kind of the people, the nerds.
Well said.
Guys, it's been a long day. No, I was actually thinking about it. It's kind of weird how if you look back to like the 80s or even probably the 80s, I think is when like big nerd stuff started.
Big nerd.
Big nerd started. And dude, they were considered like nerd was such a bad like word to be called.
Oh yeah.
You got absolutely like destroyed for being a nerd. You got beat up and everything. And now, you know what though? While everyone was all out, getting their ACL injuries, all the nerds were in their mom's basements just plotting and waiting, just waiting everybody out. And now who's on top? Now who's on top?
ACL injury.
Yeah, because all the jocks,
That's
Jocks
amazing.
are the enemy of the nerds, or at least they used to be. Now I think everyone is nerdy.
That's right.
I think we've gotten.
It's
to
a
it. I think
cool
we've
thing to
got-
be a nerd now.
Yes, it is.
It's an improvement.
When did that happen? Was that like 2012? I feel like that's when it got big. Was that when nerds were cool?
Yeah.
It started with the introduction of the hot nerd look. The glasses. When people started saying, "Oh yeah, that can kind of be a look,"
That can be
that
a
kind of
look.
nerdy look, and then it just crossed over, and then everybody was like, "Oh no,
And
actually nerds
hip-
are just cool in general."
facts. They were like the hipsters kind of got on it a little bit, and then they were like, what is more, or less mainstream than nerd stuff? Nothing. And then that's when you find out nerd things are cool. I'm a nerd. I think you guys are nerds. I think we're all very nerds.
With
All
certain
right,
things
man.
for sure.
Yes.
Speak
yes.
for yourself,
Chevrolet
John.
probably. I think secretly you're the biggest nerd.
Speak for yourself, Maz.
Well, I'm trying to speak for you, and I think, I think you are. Do you watch anime consistently?
Yeah.
Okay, you win.
I know that about you.
Yes,
We have
I
not
do.
crossed over yet, Naz.
No, I have been known to watch some anime by force, but that
Okay,
was
okay.
it.
You
I
guys
will say,
watched
though-
Avatar? That's pretty close.
Yeah, I was gonna say with Avatar, yes, I was in so deep with Avatar. I was a huge nerd for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I tried, and I just couldn't.
That's crazy.
It's
I
crazy
know.
because
I
you
like-
did that with
I enjoy it.
Attack of the Clones. You did that with this
Yes,
one
we did.
Avatar. I mean, you're striking out, dude.
Okay, guys, I have something very funny. So Amaris is like really into anime. She's like my wife, if you don't know. She used to be in anime club in high school. She's a big
It's
nerd.
great.
She speaks Japanese a little bit.
Oh.
But this is the thing. So the other day we're talking. I was like, they're making another Avatar finally. Her first reaction, I said they're making another Avatar movie. I made it clear, movie. I showed her like the name of it, and she was like, "Oh, sweet." And then like her reaction was like, I was like, "Wait a minute. Do you think they're making another Airbender movie?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "You're excited about that?" And she just got really quiet. And I was like, "You liked it, didn't you?" And she was like, "Yeah, I kind of did." And I said, "How dare you? How dare you like
Wow.
anything that Kathleen Kennedy had her hand in?" I was like, "How dare you?"
Wait, she was in that Last Airbender?
She like produced it or something.
Oh, well, that
Yes.
makes sense why it was so bad. I didn't even know
Yes.
I
that.
did not know that.
Yes.
Wow.
Kathleen Kennedy had her hand in the Last Airbender movie, and that's why it was terrible.
Did you know
Good
in
night.
Havity Grace, the antique
In
stores?
Maryland, where you live.
Huh?
Where you live.
Yeah.
Where you live for the peelers.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the antique stores, they have a bunch of the original props from Avatar, like the Last Airbender movie, in one of the stores.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
They
How did
have
they-
that.
how did
They
they
have
get
Hunger
that?
Games and like a bunch of other stuff. Yeah.
That's
Really?
really
He collects movie props and sells
I
them.
think that the Avatar ones are going to be there for a very long time.
No, they have
I don't
been
see
because they've been
anybody.
there since like
Yeah.
I was in high school.
We should have had that guy on the pod.
Yeah, dude.
He's
How
got
do-
us
how do
all
you
beat.
feel having? How do you feel having such a train wreck of a movie's props? That was a weird way to word it.
Well, I got them in bulk.
They were the cheapest ones I could find.
All right.
Nobody wanted them.
Quick answers. What are you the biggest nerd for? TV or movie or
Ooh.
game wise? 3,
Oh.
2, 1. Lewis.
Like one for each one.
It's
What's
Louise.
like no, like your biggest fandom.
Let's go, Louise. Come on.
Star Wars.
Chop chop.
Star Wars. Yeah.
I'm big on Star Wars. It might not be the
That's what
top,
I-
but it's pretty close.
Since I was 12,
Well-
I would say it's Star Wars for me.
You guys know Marvel.
Mm.
Although I haven't.
You didn't talk about them as a kid. That doesn't really matter.
Okay, yes, because this is the thing. Okay, if you wanna know about what I liked when I was 12, Peter, it was
Hannah Montana.
It was Star
Ooh,
Wars.
okay.
It was Hannah Montana. It's Star Wars. No. Yes, I used to love Star Wars. I still
Mhm.
love Star Wars, but honestly, like I always really liked some superheroes. I like DC better. I used to, growing up. I think everyone did, and
Yep.
or most people did. But then, dude, when the MCU started, and like right around the time of the first Avengers movie, I just dove into it.
Game changer.
It is honestly, it's become the biggest. Like even now, like I'm still really into it and everything. Like it's been the biggest. I started reading comics and everything. I don't know.
Wow.
If you guys know that.
Recently?
Just yeah. I got like the whole Infinity War set a couple like 2 years ago. It was like it's like in one book. It was like a graphic novel of like all the comics. Way better than the movie. Or not Infinity War. What is that called? Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
Way better than the
Age of
movie.
Ultron is so much better
Way
than comics.
Yes, it really was. And a couple Spider-Man ones. I actually one I got to start reading, which is like a whole graphic novel of like a Spider-Verse type storyline. There what is it? Civil War, a few other things. You know, so I'm getting into comics, and you know, I've gotten into them a little bit. I dabble. So
I'm happy for you.
thanks, man. I wasn't allowed to read comics as a kid. Now who's laughing?
Wow. I remember as a kid, you had all these Star Wars action figures that I was so jealous of. But you had,
I still got them.
oh, let's go.
My son
Definitely not still jealous. But you had like obscure ones. Like you had a white Darth Vader, I remember.
Yes,
Oh.
I don't know where I got that. I
That
think
was
I
like
got that
an
at a yard sale.
It was like an alternate ending to Return of the Jedi. And I was like,
Yeah.
what is this?
They came out with a comic, and it was because I did have. I said I wasn't allowed to read comics. I could read a couple, and there was one Star Wars one where he literally like it's like if they basically just like picked him up and like took him out, and he lives, and they put him in a new suit, and he was a Jedi. It was kind of weird, but it was cool.
Okay.
Chevy looks very surprised.
Yeah, man. I kind of just want them for myself now.
Yeah, well, you can never have them.
That's okay. I'll take them next time I'm at your house.
Oh well, you're not invited.
I will steal
Anymore.
them.
Checkmate. Well, we're gonna go around with a few different categories. So we're gonna have our nerd starter packs in the categories of clothing item, an accessory, their fandom, and
so like
then
what they're constantly talking about, because you know nerds are always talking about
Yes.
especially one thing in particular.
their weapon of choice and their catchphrase.
Guys, I love the weapon I chose.
Me too.
Ugh.
Mine's
Okay.
I don't know. I can't decide if my list is awesome or kind of weak sauce. You know
I
what
think
I
I
mean?
won.
You know that
I
feeling?
think I don't. Okay, I think I have some good things, but I have some. Okay, there's one. The first one, the clothing is my weakest, I would say.
Yeah, same.
So,
But if we
all
have
right.
if we have is it okay if we have the same items?
No, it's a draft.
Oh, it's
right?
a draft.
It's
Starter
like a starter
packs.
pack, but it's also a draft.
Not
'cause people gotta
everything's a
vote,
draft, John.
Peter, life is a. Let me tell you something, Peter. Life is a competition, and if you don't get that, then you're a loser. I'm just
Wow.
kidding. You've already lost. You already
I don't
lost.
have any
Name a
backup
Mariah
items.
not
Connick
like-
duo. Maziot and drafts.
That's amazing.
Yeah, wait, Shepard, you thought of it like we were competing, right? Like to
Yeah,
get the
no, I
best
thought it
one,
was a
right?
draft
Yeah.
too, but that's because you
It's-
always do drafts.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I'll just think of something on the fly if you take mine.
Listen, we don't want just the ears of the peelers. We want the voice of the peelers too.
Mm,
we want them to have a say in which one was better.
Mm.
Can we do
So, all
fandom
right.
last?
Yes,
Thank you.
sure.
Wow.
That's fine. Oh, Peter, are you okay with that? Do we have a
I-
consensus? Should we all vote?
Majority rules.
Fine.
Oh, all right. Well, let's just hop right in here with clothing. We'll
Why don't you go
um,
first, Maz?
Oh, thank you. I was gonna put myself last, but I will take it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dang it! This is the
I
one
knew you
don't
hate
know.
being
The only-
first.
Okay. Any other one, I would have been fine. I'm gonna go with a graphic tee. I can tell you guys.
It wasn't even anything
You're
specific.
done. You're done.
No. Yeah, I can tell as soon as I said it. The look
Graphic
of
tee.
just really.
Of what?
No, because think about it. That's the thing. It's usually tucked into their pants. It's usually a white shirt, and it has some sort of like movie poster or cartoon character or like weird saying on it, but like of some kind of fandom. Not necessarily maybe their favorite, like a Back to the Future shirt. Now it's like retro and cool, but that's nerdy. That's super super nerdy to have a graphic tee like that.
So nerdy. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I used to be the graphic tee guy. I did.
All right, who's next?
I'll go. So my
Nice.
clothing item is a cloak.
Yeah, you won. Dang.
I mean, you think about it, like, yeah, graphic
Dude.
tees happen, but like a cloak? Come on, man. When do you see someone wearing a cloak? The only time is a nerd at Comic-Con. And I've been at Comic-Con. I didn't dress up, but I saw a lot of cloaks.
You wait. You went to Comic-Con, didn't dress up?
Yeah, I went last
Did you
minute.
you get harassed and like beat up?
No.
Wow, that's surprising.
So, cloak. I think one up your little
Like five up.
graphic tees.
All right, Peter.
All right, we're gonna have to go to a judge's call on this one
Oh,
because
gosh.
my first category may or may not have been stolen. So what I put, I almost wrote cloak, was Jedi robe.
Specific.
I would say,
Specific.
does it have a hood? Does it have to have a hood, or can
Yeah,
it not have a
Jedi-
hood?
Yes, it
Jedi
has to have a
hoods.
hood.
No. I was gonna say I know they do have hoods, but I'm saying like Mace Windu. Does he have a hood?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
He does.
it's
Yeah, he
just
does.
usually down.
Yeah, I did.
Think of it
two.
at a Qui-Gon's funeral.
I would say that's just a specific cloak. So I would say I'm gonna rule out. I'm gonna rule no on this one.
I say
think
yes.
it's stolen.
I say specific.
I'll
so
go with
okay.
something different. Is that okay?
All right. Yes,
All
let's
right.
do that.
I'm going to say a cape.
Okay, that's guys. I really went around. I went around this so bad. Why did I pick graphic tee?
Cloak, cape. It's like almost the same thing.
It doesn't have a hood. It doesn't have. I'm okay with it. I'm okay
It's
with
just a cape. It's just like a superhero cape. You know what
it.
I mean?
I'm so ticked that I picked graphic tee. What the heck?
Oh, dang it, Chev. All right.
I lost.
So what's the next
I'm already-
category? All right. So we had graphic tee,
Yes.
cloak,
Accessory.
and cape.
Okay.
They're pretty
You
similar.
ready for
isn't it? All
this? I'm gonna go, dude. I think I did this completely wrong, but accessory. I'm gonna go with braces
right.
because you can't be a nerd without braces. You know what I mean? I'm going with
I like it.
braces.
That's a good choice. I can roll with that.
I went like just a standard nerd, not just like a weirdo. You guys, I feel like.
Jeff, did you not have braces? Were you the only one?
No, I never had braces.
Wow.
Is that why they look like that? I'm just kidding.
Wow.
No.
He has like perfect teeth. I never thought
I
about
know he
that.
does.
Wow.
No.
We all
You
just
and your
want to be
perfect
like
teeth over
Louis.
there. Yeah, we're just trying to look like Louise. I like Louise. better.
Living like Louis.
All right, Lewis, you're up.
All right. So I'll say the general, but then I also had a specific one. So in
Okay.
general, glasses.
Oh, yes, that was on my list.
Okay. So I had glasses as my accessory, but when I thought of glasses, the first thing that I came up with in my head was think of Nickelodeon, Ned's Declassified, Simon, aka Cookie, those glasses.
Cookie, yes, dude.
Yeah.
He puts
Wait,
it down with
like
the little chip and it just
yeah,
goes.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Dude, okay, was he a cyborg, like low key?
No, it's just his glasses,
Bro,
bro.
the way that they would like. I would
No,
challenge
like he
you to
had
go
a fax
back.
machine in his pants, but right?
Yeah, the
I think-
But he was-
printer pants. They were printer
pants. There you go,
Dude, okay, I would challenge you to look very closely and tell me that you couldn't possibly see him being a cyborg.
He's not. A
Oh
cyborg.
my gosh.
I thought
don't
about it.
I think
That's
there's a
not cyborg.
conspiracy.
We need an episode
Peter-
about Ned's Declassified, I think.
Yes, that was a great
Specifically.
show.
It was also very helpful going into middle school, low key.
I don't
Alright.
think I was homeschooled, so I can't.
It
I
doesn't
can't
matter for you.
relate. But
So
go ahead, Pete.
you guys, we talked earlier and we decided that the accessory could either be a clothing accessory or just any item. So
Yeah.
you guys more went the clothing, something you wear route. For my accessory,
I would say braces are not clothes, but okay.
No, they cover your teeth.
Oh, yeah, you got me there.
all right, my accessory item is a 20-sided dice
Oh,
from Dungeons and Dragons.
Dude.
You won.
Yo,
You won.
whoa.
You won that one.
Okay, first of all, I didn't
Ooh.
even know that was a thing.
That is a thing.
I need to-
use
I
them.
need to pull up a
You don't
picture
play
of it.
D&D, bro?
I don't play
Wait,
D&D,
hold on,
but they
Peter-
use them for card games, and I had to use that, and you won.
Peter,
Let's
I
go.
know for a fact you did not play D&D.
No, I did not.
I played
You were
Magic.
not allowed.
I played
I'm
Magic,
gonna-
and we used the 20-sided die.
Oh, I've seen those. I've
Yes.
seen those.
That
I
was
just didn't
my
realize it was 20-sided.
like secondary item was gonna be magic cards actually, Chev. But I
Oh,
went with
really?
the dice. Yeah.
Dude, there was guys, that reminds me of magic cards. Do you remember, because we were all in basically Christian Boy Scouts, so it's called Royal Rangers at the same time. I think we've talked about this before. I was a total jerk
Yep.
back then. I was a little
It's true.
terrible piece of poop. And,
Garbage.
and that's not the part. But well, actually, it is kind of the point of this. Do you guys remember there was a kid from Florida who came? Like he was like visiting with family and he was gonna be there for like a month. Do you guys remember that? And he did card tricks. Do you remember this?
No.
Yes. I
He
actually
wanted
do
to-
remember
he-
that there was a Florida kid, but I don't remember what he looked like.
Okay, sometimes there's just those moments that like you think back to and you're like, what was wrong with me? And it really like haunts you.
Yes.
I just remember like he was like trying to impress us, like he knew how to do magic tricks, and typically like I think I was like pretty nice of like new people like that. Like I didn't typically do anything like this, but for some reason I just I just felt the need to just like make fun of him and just expose his magic trick of like, oh no, I know how he did it. That was terrible. And like just
Classic
absolutely
Maz.
Classic.
I don't think
Maz.
I don't think I did that. I don't think I typically
You
did that
always
to
exposed
people.
my magic tricks too. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you did that to me too.
I did have a
And
phase,
I
but
just felt
no.
I feel so bad about it, but that's okay. I'm sure he's somewhere living his best life.
I
You
too have
probably-
been exposed by Maziot.
That guy is probably not okay now, John. I think you really
Oh, gosh. I really
For the rest
messed
of
him
his
up.
life.
you really
that's gonna
messed
be the
him
big.
up.
If there's any scandals that is gonna be surrounding the Weekly Peel, it's gonna be that one. This guy's gonna come forward. That one host, he ruined my life. You ever seen Benchwarmers where the little midgets in the basement? He's like, you ruined my life.
No. Actually, I
Oh,
have, but I just don't remember it.
Oh, so good.
All right. So, weapon of choice, Maz.
Oh, guys. All right. I'm winning this one. If it was individual categories, I won this, bro. Because, I'm just in this. Okay, you expect a sword. You expect a bow and arrow. And you expect even something from Star Wars, maybe. I don't want to say it because I guarantee you someone's going to pick it. But what you don't expect is somebody's going to whip out a magic wand.
Nice.
That is the weapon of choice. Imagine somebody's like, they get into a fight or something. Maybe somebody pulls out a knife, like a non-nerd. All of a sudden, just a nerd just whips out a magic wand and starts spewing some Harry Potter stuff. I just think that would. When I thought about that, I laughed. And I was like, "That's a good one." Don't give me a thumbs down again, Chevrolet. How dare you? Magic
I like
wand.
it. I like it.
Expelliarmus.
All right. Well, I'm going to go the classic cosplay route. It's a video game.
Mainstream.
It's a video game. It is Portal Gun.
Oh, a video game?
Portal
Portal
Gun.
What?
Portal Gun from Portal.
Nice.
That's a classic. It is a famous video game. It's one that people cosplay, that they have made that weapon before. And it is a wonderful weapon. And so I think any nerd would want that in their arsenal.
Nice.
Wow, but so in Phineas and
You can
Ferb,
travel
there's
through
an
a portal.
episode- Okay, here's the thing. In Phineas and Ferb, there's an episode where they go to a Comic-Con and it's fantasy versus sci-fi and they end up all fighting. And then you just realize it's just make believe and stuff. I think a magic wand at its full power would totally take over a portal gun.
Mine's at a
Okay,
level 10.
well, the portal gun is not really
level 10.
offensive.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If it's what you're gonna do? Run? That's all you want to
Well,
do?
I mean,
is
I
run?
could portal stuff to you.
Yeah, and then I could literally just do a spell.
So
and
you're
get rid
telling
of
me
it.
if I
Jeez
had
Louise,
a nuke
man.
and I
Jeez-
portal
Jeez
gunned the
Louise.
nuke towards you and it exploded,
Bro,
You
I would
just-
literally just hit that with an
Abracadabra?
anti-explosion. No, dude, are you kidding me? How dare you? How dare you? It would be more like Abracadabra, don't explode on me, please.
Well, I think
Okay, I'm looking
in
at a
this,
portal gun.
In this hypothetical,
Interesting.
you guys are completely leaving out my weapon, which would have obliterated yours. Because I stand
I
there
know what it is.
and I whip out my Expo marker sword.
Oh, dude, that is
come on.
every kid.
Every kid.
Every
we
kid.
were in Sunday
I still do
school, and
that.
that was where it happened. We just
You said you still do that.
5 Expo markers. Tick, 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 tick.
Yes.
And you
You
were
could Darth
you were in
Maul
Star
it. You
Wars.
could go in the middle.
Darth
oh, yeah.
Maul it. They would usually fall
Yes.
apart, but the good ones would stay together. That was the best.
I honestly thought you were gonna say the Infinity Gauntlet,
Mm.
but
Low hanging fruit, Maz.
Low
Come on.
hanging.
You know me better than that.
All right, what's next? Are we doing
Catchphrase.
Catchphrase.
Mm.
I don't know what I'm gonna choose because I have one that is incredibly nerdy, but I have one that's just so fun. Do I want to go with my heart or do I want to go for some votes? I'm gonna lose either way.
Go for your heart for
Okay.
once, Maz.
All right,
don't
you
be a
ready for
sellout.
this?
Don't be vote fodder.
Imagine what? What'd you say?
Stop buying
Don't-
votes, Maziot.
Don't be vote fodder.
I thought you said the vote father, like Godfather. I was like, what? Anyway, all right, you ready for this? You see a nerd with their wonderful braces and glasses and all that wonderful stuff. And, they got their magic wand out, and you walk up, and they turn to you, and they say, greetings and salutations. That is how a nerd greets you. I just think about, I had some ones from actual shows, but just greetings and salutations is totally just such a nerdy thing to say.
There are people in my life that say that to me on a consistent basis.
Really? I think I've probably gotten it. I might have even been one to say it, but it's just so nerdy.
Is it from Star Trek?
Actually, I couldn't find where it's from. I think it's just a regular saying, but it
Yeah.
just sounds so nerdy.
Greetings and salutations. There you go.
Greetings and salutations.
That's great.
brothers.
Hmm.
All right,
Well-
Chevrolet, what do you got?
Mine's pretty obscure.
Oh,
And it is a wonderful quote from another Nickelodeon show that we all know and love.
Mm.
Jimmy Neutron. Got a blast.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, it's not Gotta Blast. It's Brain Blast. Sorry.
Brain Blast. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Gotta
Brain
blast.
Blast.
Wait, he does say gotta blast.
He does say Gotta Blast, but I meant Brain Blast.
That's a
When
good
and then the camera goes inside his brain, and you see it really you see it pumping.
I remember as a kid thinking that was like top notch animation. Like, wow,
It is.
This looks so real. Yes, it is. Thank you, Chevrolet.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It is.
You really have an appreciation for Jimmy Neutron, I feel like, Chev. Between
I do.
that, Carl Weezer, other references.
You love Carl.
Hi, I'm Paul. Last episode. It keeps coming back. That's all I'm saying. All right, so mine is it's a reference. It's not from a show. I don't know if you guys like were really like into Vine during the age of Vine.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Then
I was on Vine.
Then hopefully you know my quote, which is, "I have the power of God and anime on my side."
I know that one.
I actually don't.
I know.
I somehow missed it.
That's good.
If that doesn't get me a couple votes in the poll, I'd be surprised.
I'd vote for you for that
too.
one.
Chevrolet, thank you. Chevray's been loving my picks today. That's all the encouragement I needed.
I'm just a little salty because I'm definitely losing. That's why.
That's what you get for
start out
picking
with
what the people want.
Graphic tee. He's like, if I pick graphic tee, that's all of
I'll win.
them.
Okay,
I'll win.
I was thinking that like the accessory would be like a cape or a cloak, but I guess
You didn't say that, did you?
Actually, I'm gonna overrule it. You guys can't pick capes or cloaks. There you go. How about
Wait
that?
a second.
How about a
That's not
cowl?
fair.
I'm picking a cowl.
Okay. All right. Stop with the better picks. Okay, I get it.
All right,
that's
Maz.
a good one. Pete.
This is your last chance to redeem yourself.
Fandom. Okay, and there's a lot of pressure because I have so many for
But
this.
hey, you deserve. Who knows? You might win in the polls, but you deserve this after your last
It's true.
victory.
It's
You blew
true.
us away.
All right.
So
I'm gonna say, as far as fandom, and this is like, when you walk up to it, like I explained this when we were talking about this, as if you remember in A Christmas Story, there was a the kid Ralphie. He turns around and he sees the weird kid in line for waiting for Santa, and he's like, I like Santa, and then he's like, I like the Wizard of Oz. And he just keeps talking about the Wizard of Oz. Like what are you, when you talk to this person, what are they constantly bringing up? I'm gonna go, and the nerdiest thing would be Star Trek. I think like just, oh my gosh, did you see what happened on that one episode of blah, 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 and just going on and on and on and on about stuff that does not matter because Star Trek is terrible and is the most nerdy thing. Yeah, I said it, Chevrolet.
Ooh.
The
I don't
You
like
like
Star
Star
Trek. I don't
nerdy
like
thing.
Star Trek, but that's fighting words for quite a few people.
It is, and I know what I'm getting myself into, and I know that I can take them with my magic wand. So,
let me
better
at
be
'em.
careful.
The
Let me
Expo
at 'em.
sword.
Yes, I'm gonna go with Star Trek.
Well, I'm gonna go again with the animation from Nickelodeon
Oh my
from
god!
Jimmy Neutron, and the fandom.
Yes,
is
I know what you're gonna say.
Carl Weezer.
No, really?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Ultra Lord.
That is a
No.
Yeah, that is
Carl
a terrible
Weezer.
pick, Chevrolet.
No, it's not. You're telling me that there are not a multitude of nerds that love Carl.
But
Llamas.
it's
No,
not
because
like
it's
not a category.
Nerds.
It's not a
It's
category.
not nerds. It's the general masses of people who just found this hilarious character. It's not like oh boy, I can't wait to talk about Carl Weezer with my friends. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Did you hear what happened?
I
last
talk about
episode
Carl
on
Weezer with my
Weezer?
friends. So I thought I thought that was a good pick because I
thought
talk
we
about
were your
llamas
friends, John.
and Jimmy's mom and croissants all the
Why'd
time.
you- That's it. Okay, tell me something outside of llamas. His actual name, Jimmy's mom, or what was the other thing?
Croissants.
His croissant and his inhaler. 5 things you can talk about. Anything else you can tell me about him that you could literally sit and have conversations about?
No, but that's all you need to talk about.
Oh, it's
Those
incredible.
5 things are like They're like right below the Bible and Google
Dude,
duct tape.
That was the one chink in your armor. That was you were building the perfect.
You know
nerd,
what? We can
and-
just like look at the polls later on when we post this, and I promise you that we're gonna see that everyone's gonna pick mine because of Carl Weiser. I promise you.
Just because Carl Weiser.
I promise. There's
I don't,
nothing else.
I
that
don't
I
think
need to do.
I don't think he's completely wrong, but I'm very curious to see what happens.
Yes.
All right, so my fandom, which is an actual fandom.
Okay.
Okay. Are
I'm
you
going
saying
with
something?
I'm going with Doctor Who. The
Dude.
Doctor
That's a good
Who
one.
fan. The Whovians.
Oh.
The fandom name is the Whovians.
You know
And
what?
they're fierce.
I'm gonna
They
quiz you.
are.
Have you even watched Doctor Who?
Yes, I was a Whovian.
I was
Were
a
you?
Whovian as
I was
well.
on the inside, sucker.
You both were?
I
You
had
had the
I
magic pen and
Sonic
everything?
screwdriver.
Naz,
I
you were
did.
you were really? I didn't think you were that
I,
into it.
I got I wanted to get David Tennant's because he was the best doctor, I think. All right, at least I used to think. I don't know. There's been like 18 doctors since then. Wasn't Jordan Peterson a doctor? No, just some guy.
Jordan Peterson.
He is a doctor.
I'm a clinical psychologist.
So, so they I wanted to get the sonic screwdriver that he had. But they weren't selling it at the time, so I had the Matt Smith one. But then I ended up I did get the one I wanted, the good old sonic screwdriver from the 10th Doctor, David Tennant.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I picked
I went
it
to
up
the
with,
premiere.
but of what?
Do you remember they had that big like anniversary special thing where it was like the crossover of like
Oh,
they had, like, 3
yeah.
doctors? I
Oh,
went to the
yes.
theater, and there was a guy who was
That's
sitting
hype.
there dressed up as, you know, those things that you turn around and you see them, but then as soon as you turn away, you forget. There was a guy sitting in the theater with a
silence.
mask on. He was just sitting there with that.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I know my Doctor Who pretty well. And I stopped watching around the when Peter Capaldi was the Doctor, like halfway
Yeah.
through there. It kind of started to fall apart, and I heard that since then it's been just kind of like really weak. So I've
Is it
never gone
still
back.
going?
It's still going, yeah. I mean, it's like a
I-
50-year-old show. They rebooted it, but it like stopped in the 90s and then picked up again mid 2000s.
Yeah.
But it's been going for
they-
like 50 years.
Who's your favorite Doctor, Pete? We've never
Matt
talked about
Smith.
this.
Strange.
Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't like him that much.
I liked
Strange.
David Tennant was like in the moment. I mean, how can you not love David Tennant? But looking back, I love the Matt Smith episodes. Like he is so
Really?
his speeches, I think, are the best of any Doctor. His speeches are so good. They get me goosebumps.
I didn't finish his whole arc. I didn't. I
Mm.
should. I'm not going to now. I should have. But yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think I'd
you
ever
really
watch it
should have.
again. Yeah, but oh well. I didn't. You know what we can agree on? The guy before David Tennant was terrible.
Christopher Eccleston.
Yes, he was whatever his name is. He was terrible.
All right. We apologize if our peelers are not Whovians, but hopefully you're inspired to be now.
Yeah, or don't. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Just-
Okay. Or be like Lewis and just go after Carl Weiser, like all the other Carl Weiser normies.
Like the multitude of the masses.
Carl Weiser mains.
Yes. All right. So in review, I have. Let's see. What do I have again? I have
the full list here if you want to read it
Oh,
for everybody.
perfect. Thank you.
So, Maz, then Chev, then me for all of these. Maz had graphic tee. Chev had cloak. I had cape. Or I should just read each person's. So Maz
That would
had
make more sense.
graphic tee braces, right?
Yes.
Graphic tee braces, a wand, greetings and salutations, and Star Trek.
Yes.
Chevrolet had a cloak, glasses, portal gun, brain blast, and Carl Weiser. These are all really coming together. And then mine was cape, 20-sided die, an expo marker sword. I have the power of God and anime on my side, and Doctor Who. So these are our lists. You guys know, you already know who to vote for. When do we drop these? We probably shouldn't say because we've had a really bad streak of not posting anything.
We will eventually at some point.
It'll happen.
Yes. Honestly, this is going to be a battle of legendary proportions. I can already feel it.
I know. The peelers aren't going to know what to do with themselves.
All I know is Maziot
right.
lost.
Yes, I will take the fall.
But before we get out of here, what's happening next week, guys?
Next week
Yeah.
is our 50th episode of the Weekly Peel.
No
Insert
way.
special effects here.
I honestly thought it was 2 weeks away. So so this is I'm so glad that I realized what you were getting at. Man, this is crazy. It's been a wild ride. Next week we're gonna have it's gonna be a very fun episode with some great new things. It's gonna be a wild time.
Stay tuned. Invite your friends.
Yes.
Tell your
it's gonna be
family.
great. Tell your family.
And you might
don't have to tell your
even
friends, just your
win
family.
something
Ooh,
for free.
Ooh, you know what? I like free things and I like winning. I hope I'm here next week.
I hope I win.
All right, you guys ready to say some thank yous?
Ready.
All right. I would like to say thank you to Graphic Tees for being the worst pick I've ever drafted.
I would like to thank Lewis for not typing on his keyboard this whole podcast like last week.
I want to say thank you to all the Whovians out there that are going to come out in droves to vote for Peter. And we will eventually lose because of it.
Yes. I would like to also thank. Did you think Whovians or Peter? I don't know. I'm just gonna say thank you to Peter for being a Whovian. I didn't know that, and it's kind of weird that we never talked about that in all of our friendship.
I would like to thank children everywhere. Because
What?
for faithfully making Expo marker swords for years, continuing the age-old tradition.
Yes.
And I want to thank Carl Weiser for being the glorious leader that we all need from previous episodes and the creator of our fandoms. Thank you.
I'd like to say thank you to all the bullies who made us who we are today. 'Cause look who's on top now, baby. We'll see you next week.
Who run the world?
Nerds.
Nerds.
Nerds do.
Play us a tasty lick.
And I'm Chev.